My most embarrassing story. My luck is how I have been crying, but she likes me anymore. You're breaking the freaking law. Male principal. This teacher's screaming at me. I love embarrassing me. I was just so scared and embarrassed for some reason. Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to tell you one of my most embarrassing stories of my life. It was the time when I got dress coded for the first time, and so far the only time, but oh my gosh. I was a little emotional back in 6th grade, a little crazy. Let's just get into it. I remember the day pretty clear. It was like last year, 6th grade, my first year in middle school. You know, in elementary school, like, we have a dress code, but we don't really know about it that much. Like, you know, you can pop up in a spaghetti strap t-shirt in elementary school and it just be okay. But if you show up in a spaghetti shirt in middle school, you're breaking the freaking law. Like, they're gonna arrest you or something. That's what it feels like. Before school even started, I had to buy some new shorts anyways because all my shorts were not in dress code fingertip worthy. So I bought like 4 or 5 pairs of new shorts, and one of these pairs was an Old Navy denim pair of shorts. They didn't have a zipper, just 5 buttons up, and they were like distressed looking, and they were super duper cute. My aunt made sure they were in dress code, and they were in dress code. Like, I wouldn't buy something I couldn't wear to school, and that's what ticks me off the most. They were in the dress code, they were just misunderstood. One morning, I got to school a little bit early, so I was just gonna wait in the auditorium because I'm really not a big breakfast eater. I just wait till lunch because I'm usually not hungry, and yeah, but my school serves breakfast just in case anybody wants it, and usually when people go, they bring all their friends and whatever. Well, none of my friends were here this morning in the auditorium, so this girl, let's give her a fake name, Destiny. Okay, we'll say Destiny. Destiny comes up with me, and we don't talk. Me and Destiny, we don't talk but maybe twice a year. Like, we don't talk at all. We just know each other but never ever talk to each other. I don't think she likes me anymore. Oh well. Destiny comes up to me and she's like, "Hey Justice, none of my friends are here. I don't want to go breakfast alone. Will you go with me?" And I said, "Sure, why not?" Because I had nothing better to do. Well, as we're walking, like, you pass the bathroom or restroom, and I had to use the potty. So I asked her if she can stop for a minute, and she says yes. I go in, do my business, and I pull up my shorts, you know, like a normal human being. Well, here's the thing. I like my shorts high-waisted, and these were kind of high-waisted, but not as much as I wanted them. So I put them up a little too high without realizing, and I come out of the restroom without realizing my shorts were just a teeny, just like maybe not even that much too high above my fingertips. And I wash my hands. We even go to breakfast and eat, and then as we're walking down the hallway, we hear this teacher screaming at me. The thing that bothers me the most is that I wore these shorts so much. I only had like 5 pair of shorts throughout the week, you know, and these were like the cutest pairs. So I wore them a lot, wore them so many times before I got dress coded, and because they were in the dress code, they were, I promise. I think one teacher even complimented them one day, and just this one day but I don't realize she's screaming at me. So there's just one teacher that nobody likes. Most teachers don't even like her. No kids even like her. You know, I just have a lot of grouchy teachers in my school. And this one is like an assistant teacher or whatever. And nobody likes her. Like, she's just grouchy and yelling 24/7. She's one of them teachers, you know. So we'll give her a fake name, Miss Ocean. Wow, that's creative. Miss Ocean is screaming at me like, "Hey, sweetie, sweetie, sweetie." And, you know, anyone can be called sweetie. So I'm just thinking this is not me, because, like, I thought I was doing nothing wrong. But then Destiny hears someone. She sees, you know, Miss Ocean screaming at me. So she's like, "Yo, Justice, Miss Ocean behind you, talking to you." I turn, and she's like, "Are those shorts long enough?" I look, and I realize how high they are, because they are a little high, but I didn't want to tell them that I pulled them up too high, because I feel like they wouldn't believe that. I don't know why my little mind thought that. Like, it makes sense, but I just thought they would think I was lying or something. And I turn and say, "I think so. I think so." She says to put my fingers down, and I do this, you know, like I look like a freaking penguin, because my arms are down. It's just my shoulders are up. She's like, "No, put them down. And I was like, I am. They're down. Which I just don't know why I thought that would look like they were down, because they definitely are not down. For some reason, they wanted to get the principal involved because they love embarrassing me, or they just wanted to double check. And so they called the principal, and at the time, I had a male principal. So now I have a girl principal, so thank goodness. She just understands better, you know what I'm saying? He comes over there, and she asks, are these shorts long enough? He just looks at me, and he says, put your fingers down. I do the same thing, and he's like, and he just looks like fed up with me already. Like, I'm a good student. Like, I've never gotten in trouble, so I don't see why everyone's giving me the nasty look. He says they're not in dress code, and then they tell me to go find the assistant principal because she's a girl, but nobody likes her either because she's also another grouchy teacher. So I go find her. She's talking to the librarian, and she's talking to her, so I just like stand there awkwardly waiting for her to get finished. She gets finished, turns around, asks what I need. I tell her the story and say, like, they want you to double check my shorts. She just looks at them and says, no, those are too short. You need to go change. Well, at the time, I didn't have gym, so I didn't have any extra clothes, so I had to call and get some extra clothes. Well, as easy as that sounds, my luck, it's not so easy. So I go to the office to go call somebody. There's only so many people who has access to some clothes, and at the time it was just really my aunt, and my mama was an hour away working, so it was really just my aunt. At the time I would stay with my aunt on the weekends, so she had a few pairs of my bottoms. So I asked the lady if I can use the phone, and she's like, yes. Well, at the time I didn't know any of my phone numbers. I know I am embarrassed to say that for myself, like, who don't know their phone numbers? Me. So I tell her I don't know any of my phone numbers, and she was so salty about it. She's like, well, fine, I'll look them up, but write them down. She just rolls her eyes like, I'm sorry that didn't know my phone numbers. I'm sorry. I get paper, she tells me them, and then I walk to the telephone and I dial the first number, and like a normal human being. I tried calling my aunt first, and she didn't answer for like 3 times. Then I tried calling my mama. She didn't answer. Finally, I called my mama this one time, and I tell her the story. Like, I'm literally crying because I was so stressed out. I was like, what happens if no one answers? Like, what happens? Am I going to have to sit in the ISS room? Like, what is going to happen if no one can find me bottoms? And I was just so scared and embarrassed for some reason. My face was red. I was literally crying because then next thing I hear, someone is outside to use the telephone. And then there's like 2 people. And then there's like 3 people because I have to find someone to find me bottoms before anyone can use this phone. So I'm like saying sorry to the people. Like, I'm sorry it's taking so long. And then my mama answered and I tell her the story. And then I say, call my aunt. So she calls my aunt. Next thing you know, my aunt is on her way, okay? Well, I tell the office lady someone's coming, and she tells me for some reason to go tell the assistant principal someone's on their way. I guess just to let her know. So I find her, and I'm literally crying because I was just so embarrassed. You know that feeling where you're just so embarrassed you just can't get over it? Yeah, that's me. I find her, and she can tell I have been crying. She's like, honey, what's wrong? Why are you crying? And I was like, well, I've just never gotten in trouble with a teacher before, and this has never happened, and I've worn these so many times, and it was just jibber jab to her, basically. And she was really sweet at this moment. She's still kind of mean. I still kind of don't like her, no cap. But then she takes me to like this conference room. She tells me to wait here until my aunt comes. My aunt comes. She brings some bottoms for me. I wear leggings for the rest of the day. They did not match my shirt. It wasn't a cute fit, but I was just so grateful, so blessed that she came. We literally went to the bathroom and we stayed in there for like 10 minutes because I was so embarrassed to walk out to face all these teachers for the rest of the day. They might see me down the hallway and they could just... It was a hot mess. It was like squeezing my aunt. Like, I said I wanted to go home, but then I didn't want to go home because, I wanted to go home because I was embarrassed, but I didn't want to go home because I didn't want them to think I was just skipping school for this little thing. But yeah, overall, I went to school the rest of the day and I faced the fear, and now I'm still not over it. Like, oh my gosh, I was so whiny. I'm sorry if this story made no sense. Like, I'm a very bad storyteller, like super duper bad. Like, I go from the past to the future, back to the past, future. Like, I just keep on going back and forth. I'm just the worst storyteller out there. But this was a fun story. So if you enjoyed it, don't forget to subscribe, comment, and like. And I love you guys so much. I'll see you guys in my next one.